Before I start this video, son of a bitch. God damn it.
What?
I was starting the video and you're just like, God damn it.
It's fine.
Look, can we all just agree that Bastion wasn't the suit of armor? He was the horse.
Bye.
Anyway, welcome everybody to another Yasi TCG video. You know the deal. Grab your snacks, grab your drink, and let's get it twisted. Bastion, the sword of the people. What character arc did he go through? Was he like a monarch ruler or something? Like, I know Youthberg was fighting his dumbass.
It was the Apex ruler.
He got
bro,
pissed. He got piss highlights, and now I'm for the people. Hacha! Bro, what the fuck, man? Anyway.
Didn't Toya beat Raika too?
No,
like,
no. In the anime, he got sacked.
Oh yeah, no, yeah, right. It's been a minute.
Anyway, new Bastion got revealed today. We kind of got spoiled in this. I don't know if it was the anime intro or one of the like ending cutscenes we saw. We saw like we saw like a piss highlighted Bastion.
No, it was a clip from like next week's week's episode clip, and it was like Toya drawing the card, and like you zoom in, like someone like zoomed in, and was like, he's yellow.
He's fucking piss highlights. Anyway, we have Sword of the People, Bastion Accord. He's also regarded as the first one because what the fuck is Persona Ride anymore these days?
What the fuck is Persona Ride?
Everybody and anybody can just cheat it out, bro. I took a wet fart and that motherfucker had the ability to activate the mask. So he gives all the grade 3s in the front row, resist, and power +5, just a flat upgrade from the original. And then at the end of battle that he attacked, choose a grade 3 or less rear guard, stand it. And if the opponent is a grade 3 or greater, so they decided to limit it that way, restand, and he gets to do fucking basically twin drive. You get to twin drive with this motherfucker.
But it's funny because I just looked. He doesn't have to be considered original Bastion because there's no cards that require original Bastion aside from the grade 2 from the ride deck.
That's why.
In a random grade 3 from set 1.
No, yep, that's why. The random set 1 grade 3. It's the reason why the lyrical ones have it, because the deck.
Okay, but she's okay. Look. But this one's different. She's attractive.
We'll see later. Because the deck's needed, guys, and I'm like, all right. Looking at Garidon over here, we're like literally 90% of the desired double support. List the original as the name. Can't do jack shit with it. Anyway, we have this new Bastion. We also have Grandier Edge Dragon. Hand, when this card will be revealed for grade 3s, he counters 2, basically to help the ride deck. And then, 10k shield, 10k power, the regular stuff. And then the other card, Lofty Knight Azulis. He counts as a grade 3 because they're tired of printing grade 3, so they're just going to create cards that are counted as grade 3. When I see this, place on the rearguard circle if you have a Vanguard with Bastion in its card name. CB1, choose one of your opponent's rearguard in the same column as you. What is this obsession with bottom decking rearguards? Can we talk? Why does every Keter strategy have, this weird, boner for, bottom decking cards? Can we talk about that?
Nah.
Would it even be worth it to put all the bottom deck cards together?
No, they're all bad. All of them are bad.
You mean 90% of Keter, bro? Your shot's fired.
Shut up. Look, not everyone played Degri, I'm sorry.
Bro, listen. At least you didn't pay $3 billion for Youthbrick for nothing. Dagger cost you maybe $20, okay? That's a lie. That's a lie. But...
yeah, that is a lie. Maple's a $30 card.
For no reason. This card is not that good. Anyway, since Area hasn't updated yet, we're just simply gonna have to just deal with the fact Just pretend that this grade 4 Bastion is the new one.
Oh, can you share your screen, by the way?
Oh, am I not sharing my screen?
Nope.
Oh my god.
That doesn't carry over when we do the thing.
That is so funny. That is so funny.
Oh my god. Oh my lord.
It's almost like I'm not a professional.
Okay, there we go.
Can you see it?
Yep.
Can you see it?
Yes.
Okay, but can you see it? No, I'm kidding.
My dick, okay?
Shut up. Anyway, I'm gonna keep it real. I have the ride deck as Bastion simply because I did not played this deck enough to fucking know like if any of the other ride lines are better.
There's an argument to play like Dark, like the Blaster Dark stuff. Either version of it, the one with Javelin or the one with like Wingull and Marin, you can play either or. But simply, it's like impossible to whiff like the Bastion ride line. Like it's almost impossible.
Yeah, if you'd like, cause this is just draw a card, and this is just top the card. Like, like realistically, what orders are you running in this deck besides maybe the Regalis piece? Where is it? Let's go. No, it's a Cray Elemental. Which, by the way, this is like the best Regalis piece for this deck, just like in general. Like,
oh yeah,
actively like this is.
Well,
like,
now that the deck has alternating Persona Ride, it doesn't like.
This is actively like double Rhoda Soul Charge.
Mm-hmm.
It's once per game, but fucking does it matter?
Yeah.
If you win, does it matter? Also, so what is Keter just gonna be the only deck without a mask?
I can see them doing like an Almagistar or like a Omnigaruzio where they exist where they make a new deck that exists purely to get a mask. Other than that, I just simply don't think any of the cards are changing. Like, I'm not fully caught up on the anime. Is Raika even relevant, right? Is he like a character right now? Because Youthberg's the only possible other one I can see, but he's not.
We're literally the next Youthberg. He literally takes his like helmet mask off. Yeah,
that's what I was gonna say. Like, it doesn't.
Plus,
work.
if he was gonna turn, he'd do it when he lost to some fucking Be True kid. Like, that's his idol.
And even then, after that, none of the other decks in here have like an anime showing.
Listen. Okay, hear me out. This might sound cope as fuck. Quintessential quintuplets YouTube like Nanako. Masked. Hear me out. Alright, there's nothing.
But no, like, because you just gotta remember, outside of Bastion and Hexa Orb, what anime decks are in Keter?
None.
Because 90% of Keter
Orb,
right now
Hexa Orb
was in a single episode.
Hexa Orb is like in the Barrow Magnus spot. They're in the anime. They just have negative win rates.
So, the 90% of Keter is in counter decks right now.
You're right. Anyway, I'm just gonna start with the triggers. I mean,
you run fronts in this deck.
Do you now? I'm gonna be fancy and just run these anime boys.
No, yeah, you'd run fronts because like you're getting Twin Drive off of the new Bastion on every attack.
Like, I feel like this is just
Also, the reason that here's one thing. Yeah.
Besides, like, hold on, I'm gonna plug in just like the.
Well, wait, where are the heal triggers?
We don't need to heal.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot the heal.
No, it's because you're playing the Toya draws.
What do you mean?
Never. Oh no, yeah. There's two Toyas here.
Yeah, do you not run draws? Are you not gonna run
draws, bro? No.
That's crazy. You know what's crazy? I just realized Season 1 Toya wears red. Season 2 Toya wears green. Season 1 Yu wears green. Season 2 Yu wears red. There's a connection.
Actually, also, would you run the Keter OT?
I mean, you can run Keter OT, or you can very much sit down and play the new ones. You can play Belmont, which is insane because I mean, you pretty much like Doug. I'm pretty sure if you restand it, give it this, like you just win the game.
Yeah, that's sure 6 drive checks. That's 6 drive checks in a single turn.
Actually, can't. No, I don't think you can. Actually, hold on.
Why?
Because this is at the end of battle. You can't do it.
End of the battle that this unit attacked.
Choose one of your grade 3 or less rear guards. Stand it.
Okay.
Fucking the red.
Valnot turns it into Title Assault.
Yeah, but he has to select the standing rear guard.
Okay, give it to the other one on the other.
But then you don't get the extra drive checks from the fucker.
Oh. Tomato, it doesn't matter.
You can still run it. It just doesn't, you know, you just can't do the 6. You can't do like the 6 drive check bullshit. They balanced it. They were fair.
They were fair.
Yeah. The original triggers are very fair and very balanced cards. Especially if you pull them going first. As a grade 3.
Yep.
I'm sorry.
Anyway.
I just had PTSD flashbacks. I'm sorry. Anyway, I mean, we're gonna run Valio. I would just wanna, you know, we're gonna just put an element to Sanctitude. Why not? This is an old deck, so we gotta find Aegis Mare Dragon. Don't ask me how I remember the names. The problem that I have with Bastion is that I have like no idea what you run. Like, would you run the new cards? Probably not. I'm gonna keep it stack. I don't think you need to run the new cards. Like, one is just there for you to do your ride deck, simply irrelevant.
Yeah.
And the other one is bottom decking shit. It is also irrelevant. Like, it is also very much like, you know, there's this owl, which is like insane.
Yeah.
Like, you can run a couple copies of him. Like, like at least with Magnolia, I've played Magnolia, so like I know a little bit of like what cards are good. I last time I played Bastion was like shit when Gear Days came out. And that was already fucking horrendously outdated.
Yeah.
Like, that was
but I would play 4 of the Owl. I would. I think this card's just good.
You know, I need to make. I should make a video on what I think about these type of cards that they're releasing. Like these kind of like generic like motherfuckers. I think the idea is cool.
Then.
But they're like worthless because.
Here's. Let's go look at the grade. Let's look at the grade 3s here.
The grade 3. Oh, the grade.
You know, the majority of the fucking deck.
Okay, because I know that they showed off a couple of cards that they want you to run with the deck, and I have to bear in mind like form up Chosen Knights because this card is still nuts.
Oh yeah. One thing I do want to bring up is let's find a different card. Thinking about it, to be Bastion Accord, because I simply think how you would play this deck would be like alternating Persona rides and then like 2 copies of Bastion Prime.
Really?
Yes, because we gotta remember Bastion Prime is a full board restand.
Sure. Let's just
Like I know that was like a bad time to bring it up, but like I feel like you have to discard because you also have to discard Bastions.
Yeah. Let's I don't know. Let's just grab. Yeah, we'll grab this. Just so there's no way that people can confuse it for, you know what I mean. There we go. Okay, so for people, that's a trigger, so it's gonna, whatever. You know what?
No. They're. Oh fuck no. Never mind.
Just diagram. Just diagram. No, just.
Oh. Okay.
The titty lady. There we go.
There's so something to bring up. There's the classic. My favorite personal card from set 1
Alden?
in this deck is Alden. I think Alden.
He's insane. He's pot of greed, call a card, and then he keeps getting bigger.
Mm-hmm.
He is counterblast too, but like.
But the thing is, like, the game has also like changed.
Also, this
the
card
format
counter charge, by the way, so that's pretty good.
Yeah.
And he fills up soul too.
The grade 3 from your drop into your soul. Choose one of your vanguards. Get +5. If you put a Bastion in his card name for this cost, and you did not countercharge, you can countercharge 1. Yeah, that's good.
Keep it real. You have 10 targets. You have 10 targets.
Yeah.
You'll find one.
Yeah.
I think a couple copies of Alden, like. Actually, I think you'd max it out. This deck, I feel like you want to draw as many cards as possible.
There's things like Sages.
Who is Sages?
The new guy. Second row, fifth card.
Yeah. I mean, yeah. Bastion's one of the decks that uses grade 3, so this guy is like, I feel like a perfect fit.
Mm-hmm.
Pretty much, yeah.
And then there's also
maybe not as many copies.
Mm-hmm.
Because like his effect is like just okay.
Then there's stuff like
would we run the stupid? Where's like the girl that gets shielded? This one. Oh my God! This is the girl you were talking about, right?
Yeah.
I mean, I feel like you have to run a couple copies of this, like 3 minimum. But now I'm looking, and it's like, I mean, we have Alden as our beater. We have Alden, and this guy is a beater.
Mm-hmm.
We have Alden, this guy as a beater. This is like a support card. This is like a counter charge. I mean, theoretically, this gets okay. It gets 2 off of its own effect, so it's already 10. Now he's 15 with Bastion skill, new Bastion, and then he gets another +5 when you activate his effect. So he's swinging for 20. So he could also realistically be a beater.
Don't forget the girl that also gives all grade 3s boost.
Who's that? Isn't that an order?
She's in the very first row. No. You going? Her. You just it's the girl, the elf chick. Her.
Oh, what the dude? I completely forgot Bastion got this card. Put this unit into your soul. Put this unit into your drop from your. My thing is, I'm like, again, like, I'm trying to think of like the ideal board. Because I mean, looking at our deck right now, we could slot two copies of this card in the deck. The only reason I say running Bastion Prime is a little clunky is because it is. Because like, if you don't want, if you don't want to ride into it, it just sits in your hand for PG fodder and Bastion. No, because it's a Bastion name, so you can discard.
Oh no, that's also the thing is that like Bastion Accord, you have to discard a Bastion.
Yeah, you do. So it's like I don't know. I have like no idea. Like I'm safe to say that like some of the newer cards you just simply wouldn't run. I think
and one thing we have to think about with Alden as well is that Accord is a counterblast.
Yeah, because old Bastion was free, which is why
and so is Prime.
Which is why the owl I feel is a must. Which sucks. It's a promo, so you know it's probably gonna be a bitch to get.
Yeah.
I mean, realistically, looking at the scans that they showed off. Like, which cards you want to run, we basically have all the cards there. We have the Scaler, we have Alden, we have the Owl, we have the girl that gives boost. The only one we're not running is Dark, Dark Strange Dragon?
Yeah.
And that's because, I mean, you have this chick, and I feel like she's just better. I mean, if you didn't want to run the grade 4 Bastion, like, if you didn't want to run the grade 4 Bastion, you could just remove it and then, like, bump up any of these to 4. Or 3/3. Like 3/3, and then you have room for like a 1-of. Like you can make one. You can make one. No, wait, what the fuck am I talking about? stupid. No, yeah, 3-3 is fucking the thing. I'm thinking here. I don't see a reason unless you really hate the OT as to why you wouldn't run this card.
Yeah.
I don't see a reason. I feel Alden. Oh, you know what's crazy? We're not even running form up Chosen Knights. That's crazy. That's also a thing you could do. Like,
oh, well, actually, wait, no. Well, we have room for 3 cards, not 2, because you're running an extra trigger.
Oh, yeah. Oh, whoops. Whoopsie. We would just run 3 fronts. Or is that code? We think it's actually 7. What do you
whichever, either
I'll
or.
keep the extra shield, honestly, because shield is the pain in the butt. So, like, I mean, yeah, we could do this. I'm like, I don't know.
Actually, do we want to run the angel check? Because there's the dog.
I thought the dog only works for the grade 4. Like, I know who you're
I might be wrong about that.
Let me look for it. Like, I feel like this video is not going to be as good as Effectively, simply because I don't know how to play this stupid deck. I can help as much as...
Well, because it's also just because, like, there's nothing...
Like, again, Bastion hasn't gotten... That's a problem. Oh, here you go. Choose one of your grade 2 or greater units being attacked. It gets 10.
And then you have a grade 4, it gets 20. Never mind.
This card is only really good if you pick the grade 4. Which, I mean, like, there's nothing wrong with just playing a grade 4 version of the deck with this one. Like, there's nothing wrong with it. If you can't find the grade 4, I feel like this is a stronger card to be on. But,
yeah.
But it's the fact that this is a Persona Blast, of all things.
Mm-hmm.
That's the problem with, like, just running this solo.
Yeah.
Like, you still have to run, like, 2-3... This is almost kind of like a Massive deck situation. Where, like, you still need to run the original, like, either to remove it from the game for the effect, or, like, in Bastion's case.
Or do we want to cut a copy of original Bastion?
I mean, we could do that. Like, if we, like, hold on, I don't know about, like, the order. Like, do it, like, and we have spot for 2 more cards. And then that could be, I mean, that could be anything. That could be the...
Yeah, that could be... that's what I was gonna say. It could be grade 4 Bastion.
That could be grade 4 Bastion. That could be like you could just round out playing copies of the boost chick plus the scalar.
Mm-hmm.
Like that's always the problem I've had with Bastion. It's like all your grade 3.
I mean, do we? Okay, here's the thing: is that do we actually give a shit about the angel check though? I feel like that's my real main point of contention right now.
The angel check.
It's because like.
I mean,
she's not doing anything half the time.
Yeah, but shield is so much of a nuclear pain to actually get.
Yes, I agree.
Especially for a deck like this, so I feel like having her is still, like, maybe, like, I mean, you can cut her down a copy, and then we have room for more cards. But I simply think not including her, I think, is a waste. I think this card is a little bit too good. A little bit too good, like, just shield-wise. Because realistically, yeah, she doesn't do anything in theory. You still slap her down. She's 18. Like, she's demanding 10k shield just by herself. Like, as a if you're pushing for one final thing, having a card that takes away 10k shield and overdress is pretty solid. 10k shields being the most, like, the hardest ones to just do, like, without feeling bad. Like, I think just not including her is a way. I think at 2, probably maybe where you want to run it. Because you do have this, but it's like, he's also your attacker.
But so is Alden.
Okay, yes, but simply, you can't just rely on Alden. We need a second attacker in this deck. Or maybe not, like, does hold on, I remember this guy exists, but he's a little pricey. I'm trying to think what else exists for the Bastion decks. We pretty much, again, we have all the cards that, like, Bushiroad, like, the R&D team want you to run with this. Like, I'm trying to think for grade 3 specific. I mean, is there like I'm just gonna type Bastion Am I spelling it right out?
Yes.
Solid.
What did I tell you?
Solid. Wow. Dog shit. Let's see. Booster, great theory, Bastion, +5 is nothing. Wow, what the fuck?
Yeah.
Alright, shit. Damn, this card. Okay, special. Guardian Circle, VG Bastion, any number of grade 3 rear guards, move them. Ooh, wait.
No.
But we get to move the trigger guy.
It's bad. You know it's bad. This deck already like.
Look, even dude, the Gear Chronicle style of Bastion, it can work. It can work. Yeah, it is shocking. Oh, I mean, there's this guy.
No, because he requires Bastion Prime.
Ah, which sucks. I really like his design. Oh, he searches for a grade 2. This guy, I was looking at them earlier. It was really weird. What the fuck? I've never seen this card. Cannon Blast 1 should be grade 3 from your hand. Call it if you got... I almost said I'm like Alden, and then I read if you have 5 or more units.
Yep.
Wow.
Alden, you just need to call. You just need to call a grade 3 to get the draw.
Sage of Prowess, Lobron. That's another promo. If you have a Bastion Vanguard, Points Vanguard's grade 3 or greater. Soul, great. Oh wait, no, this is the this is the write up. Ooh, this guy. Come on, this guy. Decisive Heavenly Axe. He has an axe. Okay, he's already getting bonus points with me. When this unit attacks, or the attack this unit boosted, it hits a Vanguard. Top 7, Bastion. Whoa, wait a minute.
Huh.
Have we found our candidate? Have we found our candidate, actually? Because this helps get you the Bastions for P-Ride and then for...
Attack this unit. Boost
it. If you boost,
I mean...
you kill him. If you boost, you kill him. But
yeah.
I have a simple remedy. You don't have him in the back row. If you can help it, don't have him in the back row and you get to keep him. Like, wow, this card is ass. I mean, like, a couple copies of this? I mean, if you really want to get cheeky, like, a couple copies of this, you can sack this off altogether. Put the 2 now, because now then you have Surrogate, which searches the grade 4. This, which searches the grade 4, like, as another target. And
yeah.
Then if we could only get like I mean, then you don't have 10 Bastions to call, but you have 9, which I feel like is just as good. I feel like more than 8 is surely not. It's so weird. It's weird that this is a Persona Blast deck.
Yeah.
I mean, at a certain point, if you run out of Bastions, if you're on one last Bastion, I mean, just ride back into original, and then you have this effect for free.
Yeah.
So no, I feel like this. I feel like maybe this.
The only other point of contention I can make is if we made room for like a Dark Strain Dragon or 2, because we're not always gonna see her.
We're not always gonna see her, but just simply there's no room.
Yeah.
You know what's crazy? If the ride deck didn't count as part of the main deck.
I've been preaching this for a minute.
That's a discussion for another video. That's a discussion for another fucking video.
That's it. Yeah.
I think now, for now, that's all. I think that's all we can do. Like, I'm gonna put this deck list out there. Obvious things are obvious. Replace this for the new Bastion whenever they're on area, or if you're gonna proxy.
The only other thing I can say is also, I said this before we started recording. I personally think running the new Bastion in the ride deck is the superior option.
That can also work.
Because
I just put it there just for obvious reason. Like you can, you can play around. You can play around with the ride deck as much as you want. You can even try other ride decks. Like again, the Blaster Dark ride deck is right there. If you, I mean, I need to read real quick.
I mean, there's also the argument to play. I personally would argue also play Blaster Blade, because
where is you?
What?
This deck doesn't, from what I see, doesn't Soul Blast a lot, and the Owl gets him back in Soul. Not only does the Owl get them back in Soul, this chick goes to Soul. So if you really want to, you could just get a free, cause you could take advantage, do this. Wait,
no, you can't.
You can't. You'd have to use. I mean, you could. Let me. No, I'm pretty sure you have to be ridden by. Yeah.
By a blaster.
You have to. I think for this one, you'd have to ride the. You'd have to.
You have to ride the one from the stand-up deck set.
I don't even know what the grade one for that is. You should know.
It's the 4th row, 2nd card.
Yeah. Incision Angel. There you go. You can run.
Why does he discard a card?
This gets you Bastions in the drop for you to recycle with the Owl. It's all right.
Okay, but you already want to keep the Bastions.
It's all right.
I'm gonna be so rude about it.
I will be rude about it. Anyway, I think for now this is it. I did this in the last video, in the last Theorycraft discussion video. I'm gonna make the deck in the deck log so you can just import it to area easily. Same thing. I'm gonna look a broken record, replace the Theagrus for the new Bastion whenever it gets added onto there. For right now, I'm not too confident in my Bastion deck building skills. I think this looks fine. I think you'll be able to. I think this deck looks fierce, looks unstoppable. But if you have any other, if other Bastion players have any ideas in the comments or anything else, go right ahead. Feel free. Feel free. I'm not like. You're the ones. I forgot to hold on. I keep opening all ones. I do want to thank the homeboy Kairos Darkblade for translating this shit. I know that they translate it, but we have the information now instead of having to wait. So shout out to the homeboy, and also follow me on Twitter for the cloud arc. Right in the bottom of the screen. Right there at the bottom of the screen. Do you have do you have anything else to say before we end the video?
No.
Gucci. Don't forget to like, subscribe, do all that fancy shit. It's been Yazi TCG. I'm out.